Hello and hi, my little bunnies and my beans. Bunny Pop here, and we're just gonna move right along, but we are gonna have a special creature at the end of this video, so do stay till then. Today, the last two known locations, as you can see on the map, we're going to the Volcanic Isles and the Traveler Swamp. First stop, the Volcanic Isles. Welcome to the Volcanic Isles, everyone. The first monster we're going to meet is the apex of the Volcanic Isles, the Magmartyr. Do be careful. If it sees you, who knows what will happen. There probably will not be even ash left of you. The Magmartyr is one of the largest known species. Its body is completely made from molten hot magma and volcanic rocks. Its 4 eyes give it the best sense of vision that it has. Its horns are similar to some form of crystal, but it's not quite known. No one has actually managed to defeat this monster. The Magmartyr has specialized vents on the side of its head that allows it to expel out hot steam, which also acts like a smokescreen to hide itself and attack you from behind. It's able to eat many different types of materials, from metals to other types of rare ores, which makes up its diet. It can also spew out that same hot molten metal at its enemies and foes. This creature is quite territorial, so you need to be careful if it sees you. Despite all that, it's quite nice to watch this monster from afar, because no other monster would be willing to full-on attack it, because they know it would be instant death for them. The apex of the Volcanic Isles should not be messed with because of its overwhelming strength and power. The Magmartyr is the most feared individual in the Volcanic Isles. Be careful. There will not be ash or any left of your equipment. Next up is the Whistle Snort. The name is funny, but it's, well, reasonable. The Whistle Snort is a very strange creature to see in the Volcanic Isles. Despite its appearance, it's actually quite formidable and strong. Its body represents some kind of a whistle, with the same types of whistle popping out from its back, and its tail is the same whistle as well. The holes along those whistles can spew out hot fire as well. But its name, Snort, comes from its strange snout shape. Its snout lets off a faint glow with the burning hot fire and magma inside of it. It too, like the apex, can eat different types of ores and materials. The chains around its legs and neck is some odd things showing that it was probably kept captive at one point. Nobody knows that at this point. When it's about to attack, the whistles on its body and its own snout will glow with a faint light and then ignite. It can spew boiling hot molten metal from its snout, which it will fling at its enemies. Not only will you hear the whistle, but its snout will let off a low, deep sound, akin to some form of a horn. But other than that, if you can coax it and gain its trust, it is, well, actually, the greatest best friend a blacksmith could ever have. Any form of material you give it, it will melt it down to make great armor. Happy smelting! The last monster that we're going to meet in the Volcanic Isles is the most friendliest creature you'll ever meet, and one you can't help but want to be best friends with. Introducing the Candle Pup. The Candle Pup is the most friendliest monster you're ever going to see in the Volcanic Isles. Its body completely made out of wax, and the flame on its head and tail ignites in many different colors. If you want a specific type of Candle Pup, you must give it a special bone. To tame these special little and adorable little pups, you need what is called a molten bone. The monster it comes from will come at a later time. But, giving this adorable pup a molten bone, it will become your best friend for life. If you want a specific type of Candle Pup, you need to give it not only the basic bone that you would need to tame it, but another bone with a different type of element. As per the example, the orange one is the basic standard Candle Pup, which just has its normal hot flames to help you with any type of situation. And the blue one is called the Frost Candle Pup, which is tamed with the normal molten bone, but you would also need a secondary bone called the Frosted Bone. Both are still very friendly, but if you really want to have those specific types, and with different effects, you need to find those special bones. But as easy as it is to tame these cute little creatures, getting the bones are quite difficult, especially with them with specific elements. But if you really wish to tame and get a specific element Candle Pup, you're going to need to find an elemental bone, which the creature that comes from will be discussed later. Have fun with your new friend! The last location we're going to be entering is the Traveler's Swamp. The first creature is actually a tameable creature. Buckle up and prepare to get wet. Introducing the Woodling, a strange bird-like plant creature. Though, despite the way it looks, it is quite timid and a little shy around people. They're always with their babies. The larger one with large antlers are the adult one, and the smaller, more chibi-like one is the babies. You'll always see the adult woodlings with their babies. If the woodlings see you as a threat, the larger adults will use their large antler-like branches to pick up rocks and boulders and quickly smash them down or fling them at their foes. If you desire to tame one of these woodlings, you must first show them that you can be patient and that you're friendly. You must be patient and take it slow with woodlings. You must show that you are not a threat and that you mean them, but you don't mean them or their babies any harm. You can coax them with food, but all you need is patience with them. The slightest shown of impatience or agitation will just make them flee or run away with their babies, or attack. When you manage to gain their trust, you can ride on their back. Or, depending on how old the adult woodling is, they will entrust their baby to you. The way to tame them is with a swamp berry, the rarest kind that comes from a monster that will be discussed at the end of the video. But the specific one is called the swamp berry glowing, a glowing berry. The next monster prefers to be more in the wooded areas of the Traveler's Swamp. Introducing the swamp drake. The swamp drake is very docile and calm. No matter what happens around it, it's not going to show any sign of being bothered. Because of its size and its tough body, no predator would actually dare try to attack it, or even show interest in it. Besides, its calm and chill nature really does show that no predator could be bothered to try and attack it. Its calm and docile and can't be bothered nature is kind of what makes it approachable to creatures that seek its aid or help. It will allow any type of creature or person to ride on top of its back, depending on where it's going. The holes along its body provide seating for smaller creatures and also light. The leaves upon its body can grow fruit of any kind depending on what it's eaten. Despite that it's a drake, it actually is a herbivore, but still has sharp teeth that could pierce through depending on what it's doing. It will never really be on the attack, but it is still strong and powerful and can move swiftly, but it prefers to be just walking around and just sleeping. Other than that, no one really wants to mess with it because of its hard body and impenetrable skin. But because of its can't be bothered nature, it would be willing to give up its berries and maybe some other materials that you may need from it. Other than that, it's a very docile drake, despite it being a dragon species. The last monster you're going to be introduced from the Traveler Swamp is the apex of the Traveler Swamp. It is called the Swamp Zillant. I may be pronouncing the type of dragon wrong, but who will? Anybody wants to correct me in the comments? Now, this monster was actually a special commission from my little bro. So, there you go. Anyways, the Zillant is a species of dragon that's similar to an amphitheater, but an amphitheater just has wings, while a Zillant has wings and arms. So, there you go. Some small facts. But the Swamp Zillant is a very special variant. It is a very large dragon species that prefers to spend its time more in the waters of the Traveler Swamp. With its powerful wings, it likes to fly around, but it also enjoys swimming in the water as well. The leaves along its body also can grow a specific rare berry that you will need. Its berry is called the Swampberry Glowing. But despite that, the monster is actually friendly, but if it thinks of you as a threat, it can be very territorial. As long as you show you respect its power and space, it will be friendly towards you and allow you to pass through its territory and its place that it calls home. The glowing white gems on its body will glow throughout the day and will really shine during the night. The thorns along its body is also used for defense and offense. Be careful. Thank you so much for watching, my little bunnies and beans. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you made it to the end, what did you think about the vital creatures that we shown today? Now I'll be working on the areas that are unknown to us for the time being. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, and thank you for the support. Till next time, bye bye my little bunnies.